All right, September 1st. Eee. How do you guys feel about September 1st? Like, it's,
I'm ready for August to be over.
yeah,
Yep. Back to school is done.
yeah,
Mm.
back into a routine.
I don't know where it came from. I feel
I
like
don't.
August just flew.
Yeah.
It was
Uh,
like August 15th and now it's September 1st.
Welcome back to school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, so typically what I do on September 1st is I design my calendar for the month, or I do that a couple days in advance. Well, that didn't happen a couple days in advance, and I was going to get up and do it this morning, and I just was a little too chit-chatty instead and didn't do it. So I was going to, I've like done that on my planner over here, but I usually make a Canva image and then I post it in the team page. But I wanted to just get feedback from you guys and talk a little bit about designing a monthly marketing calendar to maximize your like goals for the month, basically. And then I have a video that I wanted to share with you guys, and we could either I could either screen share and we could like all watch it together. It's like an 8-minute Melanie Mitro video that she posted in the Rising Stars group yesterday. And I listened to it this morning and I was like, like I should have listened to this yesterday.
Was it the Gary Vee video?
Yeah, did you see it? Like she
no, but I mean, I saw it on there and I was like, ooh, I gotta come back to that because I didn't have time to watch it.
I was gonna post it in the team page, but I didn't want to like use it as a distractor, like, hey, watch this real quick before you get on the call kind of thing. So I was like, it's 8 minutes. We could have a guest speaker on the call today and watch the Melanie Mitro video. But it just really spoke to me, and I think where a lot of us kind of are and maybe were yesterday, feeling like the pressures of the end of the month kind of thing. And I thought it was really beneficial. But I'm going to just like say a few things and then we'll like kind of open it up like to a forum. So for me, and I know there's several of you guys that are newer and some of you guys have been, we've gone through this together and stuff before, but beginning of the month is like a really awesome thing because it's a blank slate for a lot of things and for a lot of people too. And I think that's important because there's a lot of people that are like, all right, back to school's over. Like it's time to get back into a routine. Like I'm ready to do something. I'm ready to start. So September, October tend to be really good for like helping people get back into a routine. Last month, it was so hard to nail anybody down to a routine and like to get someone to commit to something. And like we did the flash sale stuff. We had the bundle promos. We had all that stuff. And I feel like if I, oh, Kelly, you're fine. You're fine. We'll be checking out your butt while you're doing those lunges and stuff. But a lot of my conversations were objections, and a lot of it was because I just can't, like I've got so much, we've spent so much money on school supplies, we've done this, I just can't do it right now. Hit me up next month. So I have a laundry list of people to hit up this next month about a next group. And it was a tough month last month. I mean, I feel like I talked to a bunch of people that just were not even ready, and it was a little bit discouraging, right? Like you get all excited about something, you do a post, you have a new group starting, you get excited, other people seem excited, and then when it comes down to it, it's like, well, where did your excitement level go? So, going into this next month, I think it's important to set your intentions like on day one, on this weekend, and kind of decide where you want to be on the last day of the month. Do you want to be like just kicked back with, a pumpkin spice beer and like just chilling? Or do you want to be like, I gotta send all these messages at 10 p.m. on Sunday night? Like, because the end of the month is on a Sunday, and that's you know, like it's to end the month stressed out, like on a Sunday night, then you're like just giving yourself anxiety for Monday morning anyway, like double the anxiety for Monday morning. So, you know, and like last night, I had set a goal for SC20 this last month. I did not get there. And I was telling my husband as we were driving to my parents' house last night, and I'm on my phone, like doing follow-ups, you know, at 6:15 p.m. In the car. And I'm like, normally, and I'm like, he doesn't really like when it's like 6 p.m. and we're going somewhere as a family and I'm like on my phone, you know, being annoying. And he doesn't like that, you know, nobody would. But I'm like, you know, and I had hit Success Club 10. So technically I was like, okay, I'm in the clear, you know, for my own personal goals. But I'm like, I cannot give people that I've given the opportunity to join, I have to give them the opportunity to say yes or no. I can't just ignore their messages until tomorrow and be like, oh, well, you know, whatever, I'll just put it off till next month. Because these are people that I've told, you know, I have a group starting, I have this sale that ends at the end of the day. So I at least have to give them the opportunity to act on it. So, and he was like, no, I get it. Like, it's fine. Don't even worry about it. But still, it was a little bit frustrating to me because I had set a day yesterday to finish up all that work and I didn't get it done because I didn't manage my time properly. And so that's kind of where I was yesterday evening. And I told myself last night as we're, you know, pulling up into my parents' house and I'm putting my phone away, I'm like, not going to happen. Like next month, not going to happen. Not going to be doing this on, you know, family time. And I think that's where we as coaches can get so frustrated and burnt out on this business is if we're using too much of our family time as business time. So, so business hours are extremely important to set early on, especially like if, like Michaela, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to use you for an example. So like you had just said like, all right, I'm all in like this next month, you know, I'm going for it. And like, and yes, absolutely. Awesome. You should. But like, if you're not managing your time, and I'm not just saying like you, but like if you're not like, okay, I need to set intentions for my business hours and I need to say, you know, I need to not be on my phone at the dinner table. I mean, obviously, like none of us should be on our phones at the dinner table. That's ridiculous. But I've been guilty of it. And you know, even if my husband's out of town and my kids are all eating, like I'm just sitting there on my phone, you know, and not being present with my kids as they're eating. They sit separately, whatever. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, when you're using family time for business time, it doesn't set a good tone for yourself or your business. And, you know, if you're setting different goals for yourself this month, or you're, you know, you have bigger goals this month than maybe you did last month, then that's something early on that you need to set the intention for. Okay, like I know that if I want to get to SC10 by, you know, September 28th, which is a Friday, I probably need to sign up at least one person a week. So that means I need to be talking to at least 10 people a week, because the ratio is like 10 to 1. For every 10 people you talk to, normally one person says yes. So that means I need to talk to probably at least 50 people this month. And not just, hey girl, how you been? It's so good to see you popped up on my Facebook page. It's like, hey girl, I know you wanted to join this group. Let's do it. Let's get you started. What's holding you back? Here's the link, blah, blah, blah. Like actual intentional conversations that are business building conversations. It is so easy to send 50 hey girl messages on Facebook that don't have an invite attached. That's the easy part. That's the easy conversation. But when you're intentional with your posts and your conversations, that's where those people are going to come through, and that's where it's going to build your business. I went back and looked at my numbers yesterday for this last month of the people that I talked to, and it was absurd. I talked to a lot of people. 97% of the people that I signed up this last month came from posts where I said, I'm looking for 10 to 20 women who want to lose 10 to 40 pounds. And I'm like, interesting, because how many posts did I do on social media with a workout selfie? How many posts did I do on social media talking about coaching? How many posts did I do that said, you know, and they all came from, okay, it was more like 90%. And I had a couple come from like the post I did holding a pizza and talking about balance and wanting to eat, and eat pizza and drink wine and not have to be restricted and be on a diet. So I look at that and I'm like, okay, this is what's working for me right now in my business. So I know that if I want to build conversations with people about weight loss, I need to talk to people about weight loss, and I need to get people's attention talking about weight loss. So maybe that means I need to post a couple more transformations of other people on our team as well. Maybe that means I need to do a few more posts like that. And I probably will this week. I'm going to do another one of those, last call, 10 more women who want to lose 10 to 40 pounds before the holidays hit, and I think we have that advantage going into this month now that we have the holidays coming up, and we can say, hey, you have a really great opportunity to lose those 20 pounds before you start putting them back on Thanksgiving Day. Like, we have a really good opportunity to give people, because September and October, with the exception of like Halloween, there's not really a huge reason for people to be like gluttonous with food. During the summer, it's different. Cocktails, barbecues, all that stuff, vacations and vacation food. But September and October, okay, pumpkin spice lattes, right. Like maybe we're going to be drinking a lot of those these next couple months. I don't know. But like we can give people alternatives, and we can take that opportunity and use that to our advantage this month and next month and really get people set up for success before the holidays hit. Because you guys know how it is. Like if you've ever gained 5 pounds over the holidays, you're like, okay, let me just get through the holidays and then I'll start again January 1st. And that's probably the most difficult part for a lot of people, is like accepting the fact that they're like not doing anything about it, and then being frustrated, and then even worse off or more miserable come, January 1st. So implementing those healthy habits now and early is going to be really important for a lot of people. Caitlin, you had get your good habits in line before the holidays derail us. So that's a great intention to take. And I think with 2B Mindset, I'm really bummed that promo is now off, because I really liked having that little extra $20 off. But I still think there's a ton of value there. And if people, maybe they already have on demand, or maybe they don't want to do workouts, maybe they just want to do nutrition. But, I know we've struggled with successes with our 2B Mindset groups, but, doing this next month as a team, getting more people in there, and just keeping people consistently weighing in and stuff like that is where that's going to help people see, the end goal. So just to break down my calendar real quick, this next week for me is going to be a hard push to hit my goal for the month. So I always set my goal for Success Club 5 by the 5th, 10 by the 10th, 20 by the 20th. Obviously, I've been doing this business for almost 4 years. I have, different goals than maybe, if you're brand new early in this month, but that doesn't mean that you can't set similar goals. That doesn't mean you can't say, you know what, I'm going to push for 5 by the 5th, 10 by the 10th, and 20 by the 20th too, because, to raise the bar a little bit on your own, business and set your goals a little bit higher, then it challenges you to push a little bit more. So when I would set the bar at Success Club 5 every month, and I would say, well, as long as I get to Success Club 5 by the end of the month, then I'm good. And it would allow me to just skate through the month, just breeze by and not really work that hard, and have a couple conversations here and there. But when I set that goal for 5 by the 5th, I'm like, all right, I got to talk to 20 people this weekend and get people interested. So that way my pool of people, if I'm still struggling to hit that goal near the end of the month, I have a larger pool of people that I can go back to and say, hey, remember earlier in the month we talked and you were interested in this? This is what's happening now, and this is why it's important for you to get signed up before the end of the month. Or I only have 2 spots left because I've been filling them all month. Even if that's not totally the truth, still, you're still going to be there to help somebody. So for me, this first week of the month, and I challenge you to do the same, what are you going to do for groups? What are you going to do for next month? Lift for, obviously, launches for everybody on demand October 1st. So I plan on starting a Lift 4 group October 1st. Lift 4 stuff is all still on sale, an extra $10 off this month. So I'm going to promote Lift 4 as my fitness program this month. And I'm going to restart Lift 4 on October 1st with that group. I might do a before Lift 4 week, that first week of October, but I know that October and November is going to be Lift 4, and it's going to be another 8-week group. We can do it as a team, so we can, everybody can invite to the same group kind of thing. And then just basically a copy paste kind of thing from the challenge tracker or from the script in the back office. I'm going to use this next week as a chance to fill for that To Be Mindset group that's technically starting on Monday-ish. I'm going to put some content up in there this weekend too. But I'm going to, since it's self-paced, people can watch the videos at their own pace. So I'm going to welcome people into that group for the next week or two. And I'm going to do posts like looking for 10 more women who want to lose, blah, blah, blah. And if that can help get me to that 5 by the 5th goal, or, whatever it is early in the month, then I can, sigh of relief, breathe a little easier, and just kind of work on getting a couple of people enrolled early. I personally am going to do a big recruiting coach month this month. I'm going to focus a lot on going back to people that I've talked to about coaching before. Now that people are going to be getting into a routine with kids in school, whether they're stay-at-home moms or working moms, I feel like I can give a better focus on how to manage your time when you're doing all of those things, and how to build a business on the side. So I have that retreat. Are you leaving, Tracy?
No, I was going to ask a question. That video that we got from Sarah last night, is that a Beachbody video? Or because at the end it said copyright Beachbody, so we can do that too.
It was in the Champions page or 411 or something.
Yeah, so it's not something that she made.
Right. I think she put it on the Beachbody Champions page.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we can use it too. We can,
Yeah.
because I liked it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was really good. I need to go back and watch that.
It's a long one.
Yeah.
Like even I'm like, okay, how many more minutes? How many? But
I know. I have like a 3-minute attention span.
I know 11 minutes is a long video.
15 seconds. Insta stories. That's all I got anymore.
So that's kind of what I have for this month. Just to kind of give you guys an idea.
Which To Be group?
So the one that we've kind of been promoting for, looking for women to lose. So I have a group that's Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life.
Okay, yeah.
Info group, and then I have like a test group. So that's where I ran my first Change Your Mindset group. So I'm just putting people back in there. The people that I had in there, hey, I told them last week, I did a live video. I was like, if you want to redo this with us, if you fell off, whatever, jump back in. But people are coming in this group, welcome them with open arms. We're going to do this. We're going to do the dang thing over and over again. So that's where, and if you guys want to put people in there, and I'm just sending my people that email that I put together, that Google Doc about To Be Mindset. Here you go. This is how you access your videos. And I'm telling them to just get started. So I have a girl who signed up yesterday and she's like, I already made it through like 4 videos. This makes so much sense. And I'm like, yeah, like it does. So that's kind of what I'm going to do. And I'm going to try to use that group to my advantage the whole month and welcome people in and keep doing that. Oh my gosh, texts. And then just do a couple coach sneak peeks throughout this month. Not necessarily sneak peeks, but I don't know, something like that. I heard that sneak peek is a word that, like a series of words that we shouldn't be using, that it's like not attractive to people because then they think like you're trying to like get them to do something or trying to like, get them to buy into something. So I heard that doing like workshops and something else, I can't remember right now, but or like a meet the team, meet and greet, whatever kind of thing works a little bit better, because then it gets a little bit more interest, and it's not like, oh, sneak peek. Because I guess so many people have done sneak peeks and labeled them as sneak peeks that people are like, I get it, I'm over it. So, so yeah, and we all know that residual income and long-term income comes with building consistency within your team, within your organization as well. So if that residual income is something that you are wanting to add in to your weekly paycheck, then recruiting for coaching is going to be really, a great way to go. I don't ever get more than like 5 new coaches a month, and I don't ever set a goal to get more than 5 new coaches a month, because I feel like that's a lot of people to like, we never want to like manage people, but that's a lot of, that's a lot of like organization to have to do, and trying to do one-on-one stuff with a bunch of people is really difficult to do. That's why group text, group message stuff works so well, I think. But yeah, coach recruiting. And just real quick, I want to touch on time management. I did a live video on our team page the other day. If you guys got a chance to watch it, great. If not, manage your time wisely and go back and watch it. But I find that I spend a lot of time writing posts, and I mean, I'm very wordy, I'm very long-winded. That's just kind of who I am. I like to write. I embrace it, and I don't care. Judge me if you want to, but I will talk for days. But in my posts, I am very wordy, and I know that I have people that like click on them and it's like this long and they're like, done. And I know that I have people who genuinely follow me because they love to see what I write and they love to read what I write. So if I'm doing certain posts, I have to understand that this is going to take a little bit more of my time, especially if I have something on my heart that I really want to say. But if I'm trying to like do a quick post with a challenge group invite kind of thing, then like stuff like that should not be taking up more than like 5 to 7 minutes of our time to like write a post. And if you're writing a post for, for something like that, try to plan it out a little bit in advance. Or if I'm in the car, I'll like voice text it into my notes of what I want to say. Or if I have an idea, I'll voice text it into my notes. So that way I'm not like trying to remember or trying to scramble or something like that. But no more than 10 minutes to write a post. And if it's content that you're using for a long time, like for me, like I do blog posts and I do things like that. If it's something that I'm going to be using, yes, then I like edit it and work on it for a while. But quick and painless kind of stuff, as far as time management. Because a lot of times if someone clicks on something and they see it's really long, they may not read it. And if it's not an attention grabber, then they may not click on it. And that's another reason why we do like eye-catching images and stuff. But time management, as far as stuff like that goes, is just going to be a big benefactor. Call to actions get missed because they're always at the end. True. And maybe that's why, some of those posts that we do that are like, looking for 10 women to lose 10 to 40 pounds or whatever, and that's the only thing you say, maybe that's why that gets a little bit more attention, because people just see that and read that. So throwing those out there, I don't think that sounds salesy. I think people obviously would know that we are doing some kind of coaching if they've seen any of our stuff in the last month. So people would know that that's what we're doing. And I think maybe we need to throw those call to actions out there every now and then, just as a call to action, so they can have that opportunity to maybe pull the trigger when before they were like super hesitant or they didn't read about it. So, all right. Who has stuff? Let me shut my door real quick. My kids are crazy. All right. Does anybody have anything they want to add? Or I want to congratulate Sarah on getting to Success Club late last night. I know she was working real hard on that. Anybody else have anything? Or any ideas that you're going to use for this next month? Anything that you're planning on implementing, or any goals that you have? If you want to share your goals for the month so we can keep each other accountable. Not everybody at once.
I feel like I can't say my goal is to survive this month. Like, that was my goal.
Nope, that was your goal last month. Do over. You need a new goal this month.
I need a new goal this month. No, there's one girl. We've known each other forever. She is currently, she's getting her Shakeology home direct, and she's kind of been on and off the fence about signing on for fitness. And so I have her and another girl who I'm like, yeah, great. I'm glad you're doing Shakeology. Like, let's do the rest of it. And so those two girls are like, I am writing my post to them for the next 2 weeks. Yeah.
I think that's awesome. And that's a really good reminder that, like, if we're trying to help everybody, we end up helping no one. And if you're very specific in your posts with who you want to help and who you can help, I'm not saying that, like, you know, if somebody comes to me and they're like, hey, you know, and they're not my vibe, I'm not going to turn them away. But I do know that my people are my people. And, like, you know, I have a certain demographic that I work better with than others. Like, I don't really work very well with 22-year-old millennials. I just don't. Like, it's
I do.
Yeah.
I'm an expert.
So speaking to people directly in your post, or maybe you have somebody that gave you an objection and you want to do a post, you know, kind of narrated toward them, but very subtly. And that's a really good one. And you know what? If one person gives you that objection, chances are, like, 20 other people have the same objection. So when you're speaking to that one person, you're probably, like, connecting with somebody else who has similar stuff too. I've found that when I've started sharing a lot more about my anxiety struggles, holy cow, people are coming out of the woodwork, and I'm getting private messages all over the place with people that have similar struggles. And sometimes, you know, as embarrassing as it is to, like, say things out loud that, like, I really want to strangle my kids today, but I'm not going to because I don't want to go to jail, because that scares me even more. And, you know, other people are like, dude, me too. Oh my gosh. Bonded over that. So yeah. Anyway. Kelly, you look like you were going to say something.
Yeah, sorry, I was muted. I have a question. So yesterday I posted the looking for 10 to whatever people to lose weight, because I was on that Power Hour call, which was so amazing. So anyways, I got a lot of good stuff from that I'd be happy to share with you guys. But my question. So I posted that. I have this girl who responds something like, what about 50 pounds? Because it said like 10 to 15 pounds. Yeah. So I, like, private messaged her, and I was like, hey, you know, thanks for commenting on the post. I'd love to help you lose weight. You know, are you doing anything for fitness right now? She's like, no, not enough exercise. I need to be better with my schedule, but I work a lot. I need to do more. So I'm like, that's tough. I've got a few ideas for you that might be helpful. I'm going to add you to my launch party group and tag you in a few posts. Read over the info and let me know what you think. Do you think starting with your nutrition would be the best bet and then trying to incorporate fitness gradually? Because I was thinking 2B mindset. She's like, well, I've lost 40 pounds on my own in the past 4 months and then maintaining within the same few pounds for the last 3 months. What is this product you're trying to sell me first? I'm not one to use anything but changing eating habits and hard work. That's the only way I stick to it. And I said, oh, that's amazing. I totally agree. That's the way you should do it, you know? And I congratulated her on her weight loss. And I was like, yeah, I'm not pushing a magic pill. I agree that you get results from hard work. So I said, I'm thinking about a nutrition program that focuses on clean eating and what you can eat rather than what you can't. It's more of a mindset shift. As far as the fitness goes, everyone in the group uses Beachbody fitness programs, blah, blah, blah. You can stream them on demand. Hi, baby. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate that. You don't have to spend time going to the gym, blah, blah, blah. So I said, does this sound like something that would be helpful for you, that you'd be interested in? She said, thank you, but not really. My struggle is that clean food is also something I struggle eating. Vegetables are something that just don't happen for me. I have a texture problem, and there's no way for me to get around it. I've tried it all. As for Beachbody, nope, I won't do any videos. What I mean is, I'll do it for a week, and I'll get so bored. If I don't go outside and walk or go to the gym, I won't get it done. What the hell am I supposed to say to that? That's like every objection in the world.
That's a lot.
Okay, well, good luck.
Yeah.
Like, the woman has 40 pounds to lose, and I know I could help her, but I'm like, I can't
But
convince
you know what?
her.
That's exactly what I was saying yesterday in group. She doesn't want help. She wants an easy, full solution. I'm sorry. Those are the people that you say, well, you know where to find me if anything ever changes. And maybe you check back with her in like 2 to 3 months and be like, you know what? I just wanted to check in. How is it going? Like, how's your fitness journey going?
Yeah.
Are you where you want to be? Because
Like, I'm sorry that you're saying you don't want to eat vegetables. Like, you got to eat vegetables.
okay, I don't want to eat vegetables and I don't want to work out. I want to go outside and walk, but she's probably not going outside and walking.
Right.
See, but to me, that's like a challenge. Like I would take each one of those objections and I would pinpoint each one of those objections and tell her exactly how we are going to get over those things together. Like for me, when I get people who are objecting to a lot of things, like I had somebody over the summer who was the same way. She didn't want to do anything, and I got her to sign on for Tubi Mindset, and she is all in. She's signed on as a discount coach now. Like, that to me is a conquest, girl. You gotta go. Go.
I mean, you could totally do that.
I love convincing people. Hey, that's why I teach too. Like, I love convincing people they can do hard shit.
Yeah.
Well, more power to you, because last night after like working 3 hours at sending all these messages and then dealing with my kids and my husband traveling all week, I was literally like, peace out, bitch. I'm going to sit here and drink my wine.
Yep. Big nails. Done with you. Bah.
I mean, I just didn't have it in me. I was like, all right. So I just didn't respond.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like she's literally using every excuse that you.
I know.
Like, it's excuse, objection, whatever it is. Like, she's coming up with every reason not to do this because she knows she's coming up with every excuse not to do this because she has every reason to do this.
Right.
And to be able to like she knew going into this that she was going to have to do something about it. Mm-hmm. And the easiest thing for her to do was to comment on that post and then talk about all of her frustrations with someone because she's extremely frustrated and she needs to talk about it to someone. So that was her like, okay, this is my in to like talk to somebody and like spill my guts and continue to make excuses for myself because she's not ready to take action yet. And maybe, in a month she will be, maybe in 3 months she will be. But like her right now, she's either, if you sign her up today and she starts, she's either going to completely drop off and then like be resentful for the next whatever it is because that Beachbody stuff didn't work for me. And that's what she's going to go tell people. Or in 2 to 3 months. Yeah. And maybe that's something that you do a post about or you share, maybe, and I don't think we've done this in a while, create a photo album with Tubi Mindset results and stuff and like send her the link to it and be like, look, dude, this is working for all these people. Like, and
maybe you don't actually message her back, but she's obviously watching your post because she's obviously watching your post. So she's watching you. So instead of like responding back to her, like respond back to her, but through a post that might hit more people than just her and just be like, I had excuses. That's when you posted that about like when you started the journey and all that, the first thing I thought about was the fact that your whys were so much stronger than any excuses. Like you were ready, but if you have objections, you have excuses, which means that you're not ready on Monday. You're not ready today. You're just not ready.
And see, that's the thing is then, like, Caitlin, I don't know. I mean, I applaud you for your drive, but I'm kind of like, I can't convince somebody to be ready. They have to be ready. They have to have a good why. And, like, this girl, there was another girl I was talking to yesterday.
Kelly, did you?
What? Okay.
Did you watch that video?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Yesterday is really good on that because it made me think of me and like how many conversations that we had. Can you all hear me?
You keep going in and out.
Kind of. Type it.
All right. I don't know.
Type it
That's
out.
because everybody's streaming internet in my house. I'll text you.
So, like, along the lines of what Michaela was saying, and she said this yesterday in our group thread, is that people, like, if they're just not ready, so, like, asking people why they want to lose weight. So I had that conversation with somebody yesterday. She's like, she liked that post. So I reached out to her. I said, thanks for liking my post. Blah, blah, blah. So bottom line, she's like, oh, I definitely need to lose some weight. I'm just not sure I'm ready to commit to anything. I said, girl, what are you waiting for? Can I ask you why you're not wanting to commit? Because I wanted to know why. So she said, I just know myself and I'm not ready to follow through. And I'm not ready. If I'm not ready, I won't follow through, which is exactly what we're saying.
Yeah.
So I was like, you've got to change that mindset. I can help you. I'll keep you accountable. Can I ask why you want to lose weight? Are you doing anything for fitness right now? She said, I'm not sure I actually want to lose weight. I just know I probably should. So then I was like, well, then there's no point in talking to you. Like, if you don't want to do this, do you know what I mean?
Weird.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, am I wrong? Like, I can't convince somebody to want to lose weight, you know?
Right.
I don't know.
You know, like it does come back to like having a strong why, and like, and that's not just for fitness, obviously, like for this business too, obviously for anything in your life. Like, I'm not going to go to work and work my job if I don't have a reason to, you know, earn an income. Like if I can live in my parents' basement and I don't have to go to work, I'm just going to do that because I don't have a big why, you know, like until they kick me out. But like same thing, like for weight loss, like if somebody doesn't have a desire to make a change, and if somebody doesn't have a reason to, you know, like they're comfortable, maybe their significant other is overweight and comfortable and they're, you know, just doing their thing together, being comfortably uncomfortable together. And they don't have a reason to change. Sometimes it takes for someone to go to the doctor and the doctor's like, dude, your cholesterol, your blood pressure, you're pre-diabetic, you're this, that, and the other. And then they're like scared into making a change. And even then, people that are scared into it still aren't mentally ready to commit. They're just being told they have to do something. So then they're like resistant to change, and then they're frustrated about change. So those mindset conversations are like so much more important than you would imagine, because it challenges somebody to think about their reasons in the first place.
Right.
And when you can turn it back onto them and ask them why, like it takes, you know, it takes them like kind of reflecting on their own life and being like, I don't really know why I should do this, but I know that I should. And sometimes I share my example as a mother. Like I knew that like drinking a bunch of wine and smoking a bunch of cigarettes was not the way I wanted to be a parent. You know, I wanted to make some changes and not feel like crap on the weekends all the time and be present for my kids. So that's why I started doing this. So, and I share that with people. And sometimes it takes that for other people to realize like, I actually do have some pretty big reasons here why I should do this. And it's my family, or and they're selfish and they don't ever think about that. So Sarah, you're going to say something or type something. That was my why. 220 pounds and laying on the couch feeling miserable was not who I wanted to be as a mom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it your stories yesterday that you put that, or the day before? You did a series of stories, Sarah, that you, that was really, really good. Like your before and after, and like, I don't know if you can hear me, but yeah, it was really, really good.
Your post too about like your first selfie, it literally like almost made me cry because I remember you sending me that, and I remember you saying to me like, I did 10 minutes, and I'm thinking, how the hell am I ever going to get this girl to do a 30-minute 21-day fitness video? She's like, I did my 10-minute trainer, and I'm like, okay, woo.
And look at her now.
I still don't love over 30 minutes. It's
know.
just not what works for me. Like my ADD kicks in and I was like, fucking. And then I half-assed the entire workout.
Uh-huh.
So
You were so spot
just
on.
is who I, and that's what like, I don't know.
I think that's so important though, that like you did what worked and you did what was doable for you at the time.
Yep.
And you committed to it and you stuck to it.
And that's what like,
matters.
I have a girl at work that I just keep telling her that. I was like, dude, I started with 10 minutes. And like, I legit did those 10-minute trainers for 6 months, I think.
I know. That's what I mean. I was like, how am I ever going to get her to do anything else?
I started coaching and was still doing the 10-minute trainers.
This is true.
You gotta start somewhere.
Right.
And when you're super overweight and everything hurts, 10 minutes is all you can give.
Right.
I love it. I thought that
It
was
was 10 minutes more than the day before.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Exactly.
excellent. Yeah. Yep.
So that was kind of just my biggest question today. Is just because I talked to so many people yesterday. I just had so many objections. I was like, oh, like you say 1 in 10. Mm-mm. I had 0 and 40 yesterday sign up. So,
well, and now that the market is getting flooded with things like It Works wraps and all this stuff, like if you want a quick fix and you want to go buy that stuff, that's fine. But that is not our business.
Anybody want to spend $450 on some fake food and powder that has a shelf life of like 15 years? Right. I got a girl.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. That's your sister-in-law, isn't it? Or something?
So we had, we share a backyard, and God love her. I do. We just don't agree on that. And so we just don't talk about it. We had bunko the other night at her house, and I get this text like right before that said she had to get 4 subs. And I looked at Eric and I was like, son of a, if she brings her skinny friends and they all eat cauliflower the entire night, I am going to be ticked. Eric, I was like, I'm not going. I don't feel good. Eric's like, Sarah, they live in our backyard. So I went over there, and it was not her skinny friends, but I sat down with my friend Jenny across the table, and she looked at me and I looked at her. I was like, I'm just so thankful we're eating real food today. But that is how everyone feels. And my friend Jenny, who is not, she doesn't, she's not one of my challengers, whatever. She was like, what you do seems like what you should do. Like, I go, because I eat real food and like go to the grocery store and eat food, like real food.
Yeah.
Like, I don't live on cauliflower and powder. So it's like people notice that. The people who go to that want that quick fix. Like, I'm going to spend $425 because I'm going to lose 50 pounds in a month.
Yeah.
That's not
All
even.
right, Kelly, let that girl go. I changed my mind. She's not my hill to die on. She can go. Peace.
I mean, it is what it is.
Oh, go ahead.
What company is it? What is it? What's the cauliflower and powder?
Optavia.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
It used to be Nutrisystem.
Oh my God.
And they changed their name.
Is that what it is? It's like freeze-dried food?
Yeah.
Like
Because
astronaut
a friend
food?
of mine is a health coach who never mentions the business, and sometimes they're tagged as Optavia. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, they're health coach.
Doctor out.
They got some shirts that say health coach. I'm like, do you know what a health coach is? Like, not it.
Bitch, let me show you a health coach.
Here's your cardboard lunch today. Enjoy it. Health
Ooh.
coach, hashtag cardboard lunch.
I am not even going to pretend like I am perfect and that I am a health coach, but I am a damn good cheerleader. Like,
Yes.
and I can give you tools to help you get where you need to go, and I can provide a group of 50 women who will help you get there.
Yep, that's a health coach.
Yep.
Last time I checked.
That's how we should market ourselves. We're just cheerleaders. Like, forget the influencer, whatever we're supposed to be called now. We are cheerleaders.
I can't keep up with what I am. Apparently now I'm an influencer. I'm influencing someone.
That video I'm going to share in the page because we're obviously not going to watch it. I'm going to put it in the message thread and share it in the page. Melanie talks about that at the end about being an influencer. And she's like, it doesn't matter if you're a coach or an influencer. You're not doing the things that you need to be doing to grow your business, then you're not any of those things. And I'm like, that's true.
Target has an influencer shirt. If anybody wants one, I did question buying it.
I'm going there today anyway.
It says kind of like my Gilmore Girls shirt that I'm now on day 3 of like randomly putting on because it's like super comfy. But it says influencer right here. I'm like, ooh, I should get one because that's apparently what I am.
Right across the girls. Influencers.
Right across the girls. It says
Influence this.
I can't keep up.
I get that like almost daily. I get people almost daily that are like, I love your stories. I watch you every day. You're so inspirational. I just hired a trainer or I just started this and they don't come to me. It's crazy. But that is me. I am an inspiring person.
You're an
But they won't
influencer.
sign up with me. I'm an influencer, but they won't sign up with me. They don't even spend money. Whatever.
I'm gonna do ads this week that target like looking for 10 influencers. I don't care. I mean, who knows? Who knows what that'll draw? But what was I gonna say? Oh, I have a girl this last week who has been for 2 years and has tried time and time again, and I probably spent 17 hours messaging her and sending her information and working with her one-on-one, and she just got gastric bypass this week because she's like, I'm not doing anything else. I'm not going to do it. She's like, I'm literally not going to do it. I'm just going to keep smoking and drinking Mountain Dew and eating fast food, and I don't even care. So I have to go get gastric bypass. And I'm like, I can't help you. Like, I can't help you. And she's flat out told me, she's like, I have a lot of mental stuff going on that is bigger than me just committing to wanting to lose weight. So if I don't go get surgery, then I'm just going to eat myself into death. And I'm like, I'll pray for you. Like, I don't really have anything else to say to that, you know? And it's like, it breaks my heart, but there are going to be people that unfortunately cannot help themselves and will not allow anyone else to come into their like bubble of, frustration or whatever. Misery. Yeah.
You can't see me, but my post this week is literally going to be what our lives would look like if Eric would have told me no.
Yes. Oh, that's such a good thing.
That's a good idea.
Yes.
Because we have so many conversations. Like, Eric will sit there at dinner and he tells the kids, he's like, you have no idea what we used to live on. Like, he goes, we used to make like hot dogs wrapped in crescent rolls and mac and cheese. Like, we legit lived on that every day. And that's
really tasty.
right. Like, I mean, but like, we were young he was not home and I was working and coaching and we only had Brady and he was gone all night and slept all day. Like, that was our lives. And he always says it. He's like, you know, our lives have changed so much just in this year. And I'm like, that's it. Like, can you imagine if he would have told me no? I mean, I didn't ask. I just did it and asked for forgiveness later. But if he would have said no, I would have been, where would I have been? I probably would have been 250 pounds miserable on the couch.
Wow. That's a good one. Get your tissues ready, friends.
Yeah.
We're all going to cry when she writes it.
And we've all had a ton.
And I hope that stupid ass husband that said no reads it.
Yeah.
So Luke and I've had my husband agree to do a live video, one, and a YouTube recorded video about the husband objection and about how to spending the money and to coaching, and how it's negatively and positively impacted our relationship. Because early on we just didn't see eye to eye because I was on my phone all the time and he didn't understand why I was on my phone all the time. And how it's turned into so much more that has been such a positive change for our family. And he was even saying, he's like, I never stick to anything. Like, he's like, I'll work out hardcore for 6 months and then I'll quit for 3 months and gain everything back and get into bad habits. And he's like, this has been the one thing that we have consistently done together besides raise children for our marriage. And so we're going to put something together for that, because there's been a ton of spouse objection this last week or month or whatever. I feel like that's something we've all struggled with, right? Like, oh my gosh. I have another girl this last week who was gung-ho, and then she's like, she messages me back and she's like, we've just decided that we're not at a point to spend that kind of money. And I'm like,
That's just an excuse.
Yeah, we have. Are you ready to sign up? And old boy said no.
People are just saying that. Like they're blaming their husband.
Probably.
I think that's another
excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's another out.
I do too. Like, your husband didn't say no.
My
Like,
girl, her husband did.
unless you're being physically abused and put under a thumb, that's just another excuse to get out. And honestly, if it was Mark, and I just told Mark from day one, I was like, when I was pregnant with Maddox, I said, as soon as I'm cleared, I will hire a trainer. I will do whatever it takes. I'm so unhappy that I was ready to do anything, and I was prepared to spend whatever amount of money. And we didn't have the money, but he straight up was like, you do what you got to do. Like, he wanted me to be happy. Your husband wants you to be happy.
It's possible though that their husbands are saying no, and it's all in the delivery of the argument to their husbands. Like, if they are someone who doesn't want to commit and is looking for an excuse to get out of it, they're gonna be like, I thought about this thing and I kind of want to do it, and yeah, their husband's gonna say no, and then they have an out. They haven't been the one to say no. Their husband said no. They can use
I talked about this with Sarah, my girl, whose husband said no. She got married right out of high school, and he has the final say on everything. Like, if we're going to go to a store together, let me call Nick and see if I can go.
What?
Yeah.
Does she make her own income?
She does, but it's not huge. But no, he has control over everything. Everything goes through him.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Mm.
I mean,
That's
that's the situation that she's
yeah.
and has stayed with, because I don't know. I feel maybe I'm just too strong-willed, because
I am too.
I make
I'm
my
not
own
asking.
income.
I'm telling you.
What I'm spending my money on. Like, as long as our bills are being paid every month, if I go buy a fitness tank top, do not come at me, because you walk into that convenience store every time you get gas and buy a soda and a bag of chips.
Yep.
I don't. So.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a tough
Now, I've had some stay-at-home moms that have come with me at the objection, but their objection isn't so much that their husbands tell them no. It's more that they feel guilty spending the money because their husbands are bringing in the income and they're not contributing anything.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's like, I mean, I get it. I that's something, but you can't feel guilty for wanting to feel better and to give more to your family. That's just part of the mom guilt that you've got to get over. And at that point, if they had that objection, I would probably give them personal development before I'd ever get them into my challenge group. And I've done that. I bought them books and sent them books before I've ever had them in my group. So,
well, that's when you monetize all the things that a stay-at-home mom does that the working moms have to pay for. I mean, this woman.
Oh, yeah, I worked my ass off yesterday. I didn't even get a shower yesterday.
Right.
Hard.
Yeah, stay-at-home moms work really freaking hard, and if you go through and put the money to that, she's absolutely, she's worth the money. Like I hate that for so many women, so much.
Mm.
God.
And to feel guilty and carry that guilt too is like, and that has a huge impact on like just in the science of it on our cortisol levels, and then causes us to retain abdominal fat, and then like the stress and what it does on our body, like that just to carry that guilt and to feel guilty for trying to do anything to better your, like, we could write a Bible of objection about this.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. I'm serious. Let's do it. Like, let's make this week about like strong mom, women empowerment stuff, and just preach that through. There you go, girl. Yes.
There's always a shirt for it, right?
Yes.
Or whatever we need is a graphic tank.
I mean, that's why I made my post this week, and everything that I said in that post, I have done in the past 2 weeks. I haven't licked myself in the closet, but I've locked myself in the closet. I did. I mean, I've done it all. Like,
She's like in the closet like this.
I love that you were licking yourself in the closet. Like, that is priceless.
I was glad I caught it before I left it out there for social media. How embarrassing. But no, it's like, but it's true. And I had so many women that liked it or commented, you know, and it's like, women need to hear that. It's true.
Yep.
Don't feel guilty.
Right.
No.
Oh, I went and drank wine after that, by the way. Thanks, Michaela. You're such a good coach.
Thanks for enabling us to do what we want to
She's
do.
an influencer.
I didn't even just get a bottle. I got a box.
Yeah, you did. And I was like, that's
No.
so much. I'm going to go drink wine.
Just so you know, apparently it's passed down in coach generation, because Kelly and I will send pictures of margaritas to each other. Like,
There you go.
so apparently that's why we all do so well together. We just drink.
I've been crazy for 2 months, and I gave up margaritas back when I was doing ADD Obsession because of all the sugar. I have not had a margarita since April or something.
Oh, girl, I had 2 last night, and they were amazing.
And I want a margarita night. Somebody come have chips and salsa margaritas with me. Be a bad influence, Kelly.
Can we make it when I'm in St. Louis?
Yes.
I don't know if I can wait that long, but I'll do it again.
Yes.
Okay.
Virtually, I'll get my glass.
Yes. Tia's coming. Oh, wait, no, my sister's not allowed to come. She came to St. Louis once for a Christmas shopping trip, and we went to Mexican after, and she drank 1 or 2 margaritas in a matter of like 15 minutes, and she threw up all over my basement floor. This was like within the last like 5 or 10 years. Like, it wasn't like we were 21. Like, she's not allowed to come with us.
You're a bad influence, Michaela.
I won't deny it.
Michaela's like, chug, 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 chug.
I'm like the 40-year-old I'm gonna be doing cake stands at my 40th birthday party. Like, let's be honest.
Yes.
You can grow up, but you can't get the party animal out. Like, it's just always there.
Yeah.
My mom's sitting over here going, we went to bed at the same time. Like, how are you up? How are you like working out? Like, why are you so happy? I'm like, I drank Energize. You want some?
Oh my gosh.
So she
I kicked in a shot of Energize yesterday after lunch, and I rocked my math lesson. I was like, look at me. My parent in my classroom,
5 plus 5 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20.
it was like a theatrical show.
Oh my God.
That shit is a life changer. I'm changing lives little by little. Math.
It really is like life changing. I don't know how anybody does anything without. Right?
I've had so many people order it in the past month. I've probably had 4 people order it because they're like, I need some of that mom crack, you guys. I was like, girl, life changing.
You're a drug dealer.
I gotta go make a deal with Tracy this weekend because I'm out. Tracy and I were like, do you think we could send it to school with the boys and like they could make a deal like on the kickball field? Like I'll pass you the powder and you
a lot of cash and packages it.
Oh my
Get it in a
God.
little baggie.
Grooming little drug dealers. That's
We're gonna
very
do the packets.
the teachers will be like, what are Brady and Bo doing? Sorry, it's our mom crack.
We're
It's
doing
our
crack.
mom's crack.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, that's awesome.
Guys, I stopped in the middle of my workout and ate breakfast and sat here and talked to you, and now I have to finish my workout. How bad does that suck?
Real bad because that workout sucks.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, it's not. I'm not doing the full body. I'm on the arm, but yeah, my triceps are like nah right now.
Yeah.
I was trying to do some bar legs over here. I didn't get very far.
No, thank you.
I'll be sitting on my
All
ass
right.
today.
It is a rest day. Technically, I don't feel bad if I don't get it done.
I'm a day behind, but I taught the crap out of some insanity yesterday instead of doing the lift whatever 4 hit something. So I'm gonna try to do it today because I know I'm
Hey,
gonna.
before we get off the call, I'm having some suction cup issues.
Do tell. What's wrong?
I don't know.